Hello and welcome back to the FPL Tom YouTube channel. In today's video we're going to be running through my team selection ahead of a huge game week 35. We're also going to run through my game week 34 score, how the team's doing at the current moment. Still a few games to be played, obviously with it being a huge double game week. And we're also going to run through my transfer targets and my future transfer plans as well. So if you do enjoy the content that you see on the channel, please be sure to like, comment and subscribe, as we are trying to hit 1,000 subs here on the channel, and I also answer every single question down in the comments section below. But that's enough waffle from me, ladies and gentlemen. Let's dive into today's video. And starting off today's video, we're going to take a look at my game week 34 score at the current moment. Still all the midweek games to be played. 58 points so far, but we did take a -8. We've taken around a 12,000 decrease in rank as well. But as you can see, there have been a few standout performers within the team. Starting in goal, very happy to have Jason Steele. Would prefer Estupinian, but at the moment, I've got Jason Steele. He's just doing a job, isn't he? Off the back of a penalty save as well last game week. So very happy to have him. If he can get something out of the United game, maybe a couple save points, maybe another penalty save, that would be excellent. But very happy that he got the clean sheet in the game where I was a little bit worried. But he's got a clean sheet, so maybe 8 to 10 points for him this game week is very good. Kieran Trippier with 2 points, a little bit disappointing considering I do have Botman on my bench who did get awarded the assist for the Theo Walcott own goal, but we won't go into too much of that. Luke Shaw with 7, very happy. He was one of the players that I was umming and ahhing about the -8 for. Definitely worth it with getting the clean sheet. Brighton up next as well. I'm not confident in a United clean sheet, but you never know what could happen in that game. So a good start for him. Trent, another assist as well, playing in that new kind of position where he drifts into midfield. Wonderful, wonderful ball from him out on the right-hand side to the back post. Absolutely delicious. However, the Liverpool defence is still looking a little bit shaky at the moment. I'm not convinced about his clean sheet potential, and when these assists start drying up, which inevitably they will, because, you know, players can't continuously perform week in, week out, then I will think we'll see a little bit of a drop and maybe question his price point future weeks within the team. But we'll see how they get on against Fulham. Obviously, they played Manchester City this weekend, looked kind of resolute at certain points in the game. So I do think Liverpool will potentially struggle in that one, but they are at home, so hopefully Trent can get a clean sheet. 10 points would be absolutely stellar from him. Moving on to our midfield, and the two Brighton boys, really disappointed in this. They won 6-0. No March, no Matoma, no McAllister as well for owners. Just, yeah. I honestly don't know what went off. March came off in the 56th minute, piss poor. Matoma came on, didn't really do too much as well. Hopefully that game against Manchester United, they can reward me with a little bit of patience as well. Reward my patience and, you know, bring in some points for the team as well. They played really well against Manchester United in the FA Cup semi-final as well. Dominated the game for large parts, so hopefully we can see that again from the Brighton boys. I think they've all had their rest as well now, so hopefully for these future upcoming game weeks as well, there isn't any rotation that we can kind of expect. Everyone's had a little bit of a rest this week, so hopefully they can, you know, maintain themselves in the team full time. There isn't going to be any more rotation, but who knows? It's FPL. Salah scored a penalty, looks like he is still on pens, which is very good as I am a new owner. 7 points as well, didn't really do too much in the game other than score the penalty. Fulham at home, he's got a chance to get more points on the board, so very happy to have him. Grealish, massively frustrating. Watching the City game, he had so many opportunities. Should have got an assist, potentially should have got 2 goals. Really frustrating watching him, because he is a big differential for me this week. Could have massively helped improve my rank, get me back to a positive kind of rank position at the moment, but just didn't work out. Got booked as well for doing pretty much nothing. I know he pushed Tete, but, you know, it is what it is. He played the full 90 as well, which is concerning for West Ham in the week. I definitely think he could be rotated with Foden, so he potentially could be a player that I do look to bring out. I know City have doubles coming up, but with Foden back, Champions League football coming as well, I do think there is going to be some rotation. I just honestly can't predict it, and I'd rather have a more stable player, but we will come on to talk about that in a little bit of time. Final midfielder, Rashford, very happy to have him. Another assist on the back of his injury. Another game to go as well with Brighton. Finishing up our two forwards, Isaac I did bring in this week for Harry Kane. Hasn't kind of worked out in the long run, but You know, Spurs don't have any doubles. Isak, I'm a little bit concerned with him as well because Callum Wilson is absolutely just banging at the moment. I know Isak can play on the left and up front as well. So it is whether a question of Eddie Howe going kind of with that 4-3-3 and Isak on the left and Wilson down the middle, because at the moment you just can't drop Callum Wilson. He's pulling them out of games, he's getting the results, he's getting goals as well, so I'm a little bit concerned about that one. And I do have two Newcastle defenders as well, so if I wanted to drop Ollie Watkins and move to Wilson, there isn't kind of that easy move to do there. Final player, Haaland, captain, yep, EO 208%, absolutely useless at the moment and useless in this game week. I kind of don't want him to do anything else because he's actually losing me rank. So that was how the team is doing so far. Let me know how your team is doing in the comments section below, and let's move on to my transfer targets for this game week. And here we are, ladies and gentlemen, my transfer targets for game week 35. As you can see, the only moves that I think I'm potentially going to make this week are downgrading Raya to Iverson. Just frees up about £1 million in budget, which is absolutely huge. It means I can go and get a John Stones and a Kanji in the back line for Rico Henry as well. So that's kind of the transfer that I am thinking of making. Raya doesn't have any doubles. The fixtures for Brentford as well are extremely difficult. I think we're going to play Steele every single week as well. Hopefully he can maintain his place. I'm a little bit concerned with Robert Sanchez, so maybe going for this Iverson move isn't the best when Raya's nailed every single week. But Steele does have a lot of doubles coming up, so I'm very happy to hold him in goal and he'll be my number one. Iverson just frees up, like I said, £1 million budget. It means we can move for a City defender when they double in 36. It also frees up some money that potentially could offer future alternatives for doubles in 36 and 37. So I do think if I am going to make a transfer this week, then this will be the transfer I make. Frees up a nice mil in our budget, provides us with lots of other transfer alternatives, because at the moment I think I have 0.1 in the bank. So with this, we'd obviously have 1.1 mil. It frees up a lot of options for our team and really helps us going forward as well, because we don't really need two kind of high expensive goalkeepers. We want two cheap goalkeepers. That's the way this year. Both goalkeepers below 4 million. Just delicious. That is the transfer that I would potentially make. If not, I'm probably going to roll and go into game week 36 with two transfers, kind of see the lay of the land, because like I said in the previous section, I am unsure on Jack Grealish starting in midweek. Then maybe will he start in game week 35? I don't know. Will he start both games in game week 36? Again, I don't know. Can't really trust it. If KDB is back as well, he might be a little bit of a saucy pick that we potentially could go for, removing Grealish and potentially downgrading Salah to Bruno. That is an option that I've had in my head. That's something that I potentially could do. Obviously, that would revolve a roll or a -4 in game week 36. So I think the clever strategy to do for my team is just to kind of roll this week, see the lay of the land, see how the rest of these midweek games go, and see how game week 35 goes. Then I think we can make a good judgment with two transfers to go into a double game week. If you have any transfer questions about your teams, then like I said, do leave them down in the comment section, as I do answer all questions and love to help you guys out. But that was the transfer targets. Let's move on to our team selection for game week 35. And the moment you have all been waiting for, ladies and gentlemen, my game week 35 team selection. Let's just dive straight into it. Steele in goal, Everton at home, absolutely delicious fixture. We don't know what position Everton are going to be in coming into this game. If they have beat Leicester, then that's absolutely huge for their survival hopes. But Brighton at home, you could honestly see Brighton keeping a clean sheet and dominating that game. They are an excellent football side and will absolutely play Everton off the park. Moving into the back line, Kieran Trippier, the reason I've kept him in the side is the fact that he's been very consistent over the whole year, and the fact that his underlying data has actually been really good over the past few weeks. The amount of attempted assists and XA that he's producing is unreal, and this man hasn't got an assist or a goal in that time period, kind of over the past 5 game weeks. He's on level with Trent and Perisic. Both of the latter are picking up lots of attacking returns, but Trippier is kind of keeping up with the same data that they're producing, but just not getting the points, which is very frustrating. Arsenal at home is not going to be an easy fixture by a long way, is it, ladies and gentlemen? But Arsenal at the moment, we don't know kind of where they are. Very shaky at the moment. It's not looking like comfortable for them, is it? You know, a little bit of this bottling of the title. Newcastle coming into it looking very, very strong, if I might say so myself. So very happy to have Trippier. I think there's going to be a little bit of thought maybe if I do play Isaac, as he is on my bench at the moment, but we will come on to talk about that in a minute. Next defender is Luke Shaw, West Ham away. I think West Ham are kind of on a little bit of a revival at the moment, looking kind of good. Hopefully Luke Shaw can keep his place and keep a clean sheet for our side. Next player to him is Trent Alexander-Arnold. Hopefully he can continue his kind of attacking output. Another home game for Liverpool as well, so you would hope that they potentially could keep a clean sheet. But Brentford, very difficult side to play. Obviously, playoff set pieces. They're just a wonderful team, aren't they? That absolutely exploit the fuck out of data, and I absolutely love that. So I'm a little bit concerned about that game for Salah and Trent. I don't know whether or not they're going to be able to do anything out of that, because Brentford are a good team, but it's a home fixture, so you have to hope for the best. Solly March and Matoma in midfield, like we spoke about. Everton at home. I'm really, really looking forward to this one. Hopefully, these players have kind of had their break now at the early part of game week 34, and they are going to start every single game up until the end of the season, because they are absolutely fantastic players playing for an absolutely amazing side as well. So hopefully they can be back and do us justice against Everton. Grealish, like we spoke about, I am a little bit concerned about his potential rotation risk. Playing the full 90 at Fulham, whether or not he plays the midweek game, then decides whether or not he's going to play the Leeds game as well. Leeds at the moment look dreadful, absolutely just conceding goals all over the place, getting battered every single week at the moment, it seems. And yeah, 4 straight defeats for Leeds as well, so that's a fixture that you want to be targeting. That's why I said maybe we look to bring in a City defender as well. But, you know, Grealish at home, Leicester, I feel that potentially could be a game where Foden plays maybe. I don't know. I'm a little bit concerned about Grealish's minutes, but it is a really, really good fixture that I do want to take advantage of. Marcus Rashford, obviously, since his return, 1 goal, 1 assist for him. He is the key danger man for Manchester United. I think he'll do well against West Ham as well. Finishing up our side is our 2 forwards. Haaland, like I said, Leeds disarray. He is going to be having the armband for this week. Leeds at home, yeah, it's a real no-brainer, isn't it, for Erling Haaland, that one. I imagine his EO is going to be astronomical yet again, ladies and gentlemen. Probably plus 200 again, which is absolutely frightening. And finishing our lineup is Ollie Watkins, a player who a lot of people have been slowly moving out. I do think this is potentially his last good game week that he has available to him. It does look like the goals have dried up as well, but he is Villa's key danger man. Wolves away, Wolves look absolutely shocking. That Brighton game, you could see they just, like, they didn't care. It was like there was on the beach mentality. It looks like they're already safe, bar like some absolutely miracle from other teams down the bottom. So I think Wolves are safe, and they're a little bit kind of like, yeah, can't be arsed. Most of us aren't even going to be playing here next season. So that could be a massive game for Ollie Watkins, and with a lot of people selling him as well, could be a differential for my side. As you can see on the bench, we have put Iverson in. He is potentially the transfer that I'm going to make. If not, it will be Ray on the bench, and we'll be rolling into game week 36 with 2 transfers. The rest of the bench, Henry, a player that I do want to look to get rid of for a Manchester City defender. Isaac, very happy to hold him with Newcastle's double in 37. Same with Botman as well. Ladies and gentlemen, that was my game week 35 team selection. If you did enjoy the content, like I said, we are trying to hit 1,000 subs on the channel. I think we're about 75 away at the time of recording. So if we could do it, like, honestly, it would be incredible, and I'd be massively grateful for it. So thank you very much for watching. Good luck this game week, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.